What's going on with your Bitcoins? Where are we at?
Okay, so I'm Chrissy Bitcoins.
Yeah.
I told myself I went all in and bought a full Bitcoin 2 weeks ago. And I said, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to forget about it. This is for my children's future. That's what everyone said. Like, you forget about it. It's going to be this price at the end of the year. And then in 5 years, it's going to be $1 million. And I'm like, okay, good. So I forget about it. That's for my kids. And then it dipped $3,000 and I immediately sold it. I sold it immediately like an idiot. And every financial advisor on Twitter, even one guy that I know, James Altucher, who's a great guy who became like a multi-millionaire off Bitcoin. He was Tony Robbins' like cryptocurrency advisor. He was like, you're a stupid idiot. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I just got nervous. But now I'm waiting for it to dip again. I'm going to buy back in.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. You need to just commit. I mean, I don't know anything about buying stocks of any regard, but you just got to ride it out, especially when it dips. I mean, you got to just stick with it. How much did you put in initially? Okay.
So I bought it. I'm just an idiot. I bought it when it was high, then I sold it when it was low. Just the exact opposite of what you're supposed to do. It was like $47,000 when I bought it, and then it dipped down to like $42,000, and I waited for it to get back up to 46, and I was like, I can't do this, and I just sold it like a dummy. I was like, I only lost $1,000, but but selling the cryptocurrency, I'm actually almost happy I did it, because I know now I'll never do that again. If I ever invest money in that again, I will never touch it, because the feeling that I feel like such a loser, like I feel like my family doesn't even want to look at me, because they're like, Dad, you had a Bitcoin and then you lost it.
That's really sad. I feel like, you had their future in your little Bitcoin pocket, coin purse, and now it's gone.
Now it's gone. Now I have to go back on the road and do shows in Phoenix.
Well, Phoenix is not so bad. I mean, are they a good comedy spot? Phoenix?
No, it was actually. I just came back. Delilah, can you please put your clothes on? Tristan? She's good. Okay. Sorry. What are you doing? Hold on. What is she doing, Tristan? What are you touching the TV for?
Because I'm trying to turn it off, and we can't.
Okay. The remote. It's on the other side. The button's on the other side. Okay. Sorry.
So parenting during quarantine is a good time, yeah?
I mean, this is insane. Like, literally, both of these kids have been awake since last March. They haven't slept in a year. It's like, I'm genuinely like, I want to go get them. Like, I ask the doctor all the time, I'm like, do they have any updated vaccine shots? Because like, at least then they'll get like a little fever and take a nap for an hour.
Sure, something with a downer, perhaps.
Something where I can like legally give them a NyQuil or a Benadryl, like doctors say you could do that, just so that, my kid is literally, look at her. Well, no, she has no clothes on. I would show you, but she's Tristan, can you turn the TV off for her, please?
We're all just trying to thrive out here.
Yeah, we're all just trying to thrive. Well, because, my girlfriend, Jasmine, their mom is pregnant. So she's, resting a little bit, which rightfully so. So I'm out here just, that's the thing though, but that's what we do in quarantine. It's like, I have to just try to be a dad, turn the TV off, tell the stories, ask my kid, Delilah, go.
Delilah's a nice name. That's a good name. Hey, congratulations on the new baby coming.
Well, here, that's the thing. When we first started, getting to know each other, I said, okay, so Renee's having a baby. I'm not going to allow her to be the only one having a new baby here. So I'm going to have the baby.
What a nice guy.
Yes.
See, we're in the same boat.
We're going through this together. I support.
Look at us.
Hello, it's Women's History Month. July 4th, baby.
Oh my God.
It's a patriotic baby. Hold on, Jazz. What do you think of the name Renee if it's a girl? No? She said maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She probably actually gave you a hell no. My husband and I have been going back and forth, so I've not told anyone this, but we named our baby very early on. And now I'm back. I'm like reneging slightly. I'm kind of changing my mind. I know.
So you don't want the name. Wow. Interesting.
I still like it. I just think she could use a little more razzle dazzle.
I got to be honest with you. When Jasmine and I were looking for names, we didn't know, like, for our daughter, Delilah, we were like, maybe it's this, maybe it's that, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. And we did the same thing. We had committed to a name for a month and then like, And then when we found Delilah, we both just were like, that's it. So maybe you don't have the right name yet, because once you and your husband find that right name, it's just going to be like, it's non-negotiable. You're going to be like, this is the name.
It's tough. And what we did, like idiots. So we were like, my brother just had a kid. His sister had a kid not long ago. And we're like, whatever. We'll make a big deal out of it. We're all having kids, whatever. So we did the gender reveal cake slicing for the family over Zoom. We knew what we were having, but my husband felt like we weren't giving them enough of a show. So he added in as a bonus, hey, by the way, we're naming her this. So now our whole family also knows the name.
It's so funny too, because I bet you like, that's just such a risky thing to do, because like as soon as they signed off, they all discussed if they like that name or not. They were all like, I don't know. Or somebody else was like, I love it. It was, yeah, you should just, but that's a good lesson where like now we know, not all, because even, we had the gender reveal party for Delilah, and then it like made my dad wanted a boy. So he was like, even when she was born, he was like, is it a boy? I'm like, you ate the cake that was pink 3 months ago. No. So now we're not doing or saying anything. We're not giving up any potential names, and we're not, giving up the sex. Neither one of us know what the baby is going to be. We're just going to find out. You don't know.
You're just waiting to find out day of.
We're going to wait to find out day of. All like we're just going to surprise. And then we think, we have some names swirling around in our heads for boys and girls. And we think once we hold the baby, we'll see if that connection happens. Because right now we haven't had a name that we're both like, yes.
Right. So my question about that then, so if you're going in, because I've thought about this, I'm like, if we're going to wait until we see this baby and we hold her and we're like, this is it. I mean, we've got it pretty whittled down, but do you leave the hospital without signing the birth certificate? And then you have to go back to be like, oh, by the way, here's her name.
I think that we'll make sure before we leave the hospital that we have the name, I think, or you know what? I don't know. I'm so indecisive that I'm the type of guy that like, yeah, I may pick the name and then be like, no, we can't do that. And then go back and erase the name we just picked. That's why, I can never, I'm one of those guys where like, just to get out the door sometimes takes me 2 hours because I'm trying to make all these decisions. And then I'm like, you know what? It all, let's just go get bagels.